This book talk is for the book A Long Walk to Water, written in 2010 by Linda Sue Park. This is a true story about a boy named Salva Dut. Salva lived in Sudan in 1985 when fighting broke out in his village. He was at school. His teacher told everyone to run, run, so Salva did. The next day he heard that the rebels had destroyed his village and he could never go home. So Salva begins to walk. There are rebel fighters, a warring tribe, and dangerous animals that Salva and the other refugees have to deal with. The author, Linda Sue Park, met Salva as an adult and thought his story as a child was so interesting that she asked if she could write about it, and Salva agreed. Because Salva was going back to South Sudan to build wells for neighboring villages, she added a character named Naya who had to spend hours every day walking for water just to provide for her family. Let's read just a page. Salva swallowed. I'm on page 4. Salva swallowed and turned his eyes back to the teacher. He wished he hadn't recalled those times, because the memories made him hungry. Milk. When he got home, he would have a bowl of fresh milk, which would keep his belly full until supper time. He knew just how it would be. His mother would rise from her work grinding meal and walk around to the side of the house that faced the road. She would shade her eyes with one hand, searching for him. From far off, he would see her bright orange headscarf, and he would raise his hand in greeting. By the time he reached the house, she would have gone inside to get his bowl of milk ready for him. Crack! The noise had come from outside. Was it gunshot or just a car backfiring? The teacher stopped talking for a moment. Every head in the room turned toward the window. Nothing. Silence. The teacher cleared his throat, which drew the boy's attention to the front of the room again. He continued the lesson from where he had left off, and then, crack! Papa, crack! Gunfire. Everyone down now, the teacher shouted. Some of the boys moved at once, ducking their heads and hunching over. Others sat frozen, their eyes and mouths open wide. Salva covered his head with his hands and looked from side to side in panic. The teacher edged his way along the wall to the window. He took a quick peek outside. The gunfire had stopped, but now people were shouting and running. Go quickly, all of you, the teacher said, his voice low and urgent. Into the bush. Do you hear me? Not home. Don't run home. They will be going into the villages. Stay away from the villages. Run into the bush. He went to the door and looked out again. Go, all of you, now. That's how that story begins.